Winston Churchill, a name synonymous with courage, resilience, and unwavering resolve, stands as a towering figure in the annals of history. Born on November 30th, 1874, amidst the grandeur of Blenheim Palace, Churchill's life was interwoven with the tapestry of British aristocracy and the weight of a legacy that preceded him. His father, Lord Randolph Churchill, a prominent politician, and his mother, Jenny Jerome, an American socialite, provided a backdrop of both privilege and political intrigue. From his early years, Churchill exhibited a spirit of adventure and a keen intellect, traits that would shape his extraordinary journey. Churchill's childhood, however, was not without its challenges. He faced the strictness of Victorian-era education, which he found stifling to his independent nature. His relationship with his father, a distant and often critical figure, left an indelible mark. Yet these early experiences, though difficult, instilled in him a sense of determination and an unwavering belief in his own capabilities. They also fostered a deep-seated patriotism and a profound sense of duty to his country, values that would define his life's work. Churchill's education, though unconventional, played a pivotal role in shaping his worldview. After a less than stellar performance at Harrow, a prestigious boarding school, he found his stride at the Royal Military College, Sandhurst. Military training honed his strategic thinking, discipline, and leadership qualities, preparing him for the challenges that lay ahead. His time at Sandhurst ignited a passion for military history and strategy, subjects he would immerse himself in throughout his life. These formative years laid the foundation for a remarkable career that would see him navigate the complexities of war and peace, leaving an enduring legacy on the world stage. Churchill's military career began in earnest with his commission into the British Army in 1895. Eager to prove himself on the field of battle, he sought out postings in some of the most volatile regions of the British Empire. From Cuba, where he observed Spanish forces battling Cuban revolutionaries, to India, where he honed his skills as a soldier and writer, Churchill's early military experiences provided invaluable lessons in leadership, courage, and the realities of war. These experiences not only shaped his character, but also provided him with ample material for his writing. Churchill's dispatches from the front lines, published in newspapers back home, showcased his sharp wit, keen observations, and burgeoning literary talent. These writings brought him recognition and established him as a rising star, capturing the attention of the British public and political circles alike. His experiences in these far-flung corners of the empire instilled in him a deep understanding of global affairs and the complexities of international relations, insights that would prove invaluable in his later political career. In 1899, Churchill's thirst for adventure and his desire to make his mark led him to South Africa, where the Second Boer War was raging. Serving as a war correspondent and later as an officer, he displayed remarkable bravery, even being captured and making a daring escape. The Boer War was a defining period for Churchill, testing his mettle and solidifying his reputation as a man of action. His experiences during the war, both as a soldier and a captive, provided him with a first-hand understanding of the human cost of conflict and the importance of strategic thinking in wartime. In 1900, at the age of 26, Churchill embarked on a new chapter in his life politics. Elected as a Conservative Member of Parliament, he entered the House of Commons, armed with his characteristic ambition, sharp intellect, and a growing reputation as a compelling orator. His early years in Parliament were marked by both successes and setbacks as he navigated the intricacies of British politics and honed his skills as a debater and legislator. He quickly made a name for himself with his passionate speeches, often challenging the status quo and advocating for social reforms. However, Churchill's political journey was not without its share of controversy. In 1904, he made the momentous decision to cross the floor of the House of Commons, abandoning the Conservative Party and joining the Liberal ranks. This bold move, driven by his opposition to tariffs and his support for social welfare programs, cemented his image as a man of principle willing to defy convention for his beliefs. This shift in allegiance surprised many and showcased Churchill's evolving political ideology, one that embraced social justice and progressive reforms. As a Liberal, Churchill held a series of important cabinet positions, including President of the Board of Trade and Home Secretary. In these roles, he demonstrated his commitment to social justice, championing workers' rights, unemployment insurance, and prison reform. His efforts to improve the lives of the working class marked a departure from his conservative upbringing and solidified his reputation as a reformer willing to challenge the established order. These years were crucial in shaping his political philosophy and his vision for a more just and equitable society. Section 4. The Crucible of War: Triumphs and Tribulations. The outbreak of World War I in 1914 presented Churchill with both immense challenges and opportunities to prove his mettle on the world stage. As First Lord of the Admiralty, he played a pivotal role in modernizing the British Navy, recognizing the growing importance of naval power in the burgeoning conflict. However, his tenure was not without its share of controversies. The Gallipoli campaign, a daring but ultimately unsuccessful attempt to capture the Dardanelles Strait, cast a long shadow over his wartime record. The Gallipoli campaign, conceived as a bold stroke to knock the Ottoman Empire out of the war and secure a supply route to Russia, ended in a costly stalemate. Churchill, a staunch advocate for the operation, faced severe criticism for the heavy casualties and strategic setbacks. The failure of Gallipoli, though a personal and political blow, provided Churchill with valuable lessons in leadership, strategic planning, and the unpredictable nature of war. It also highlighted his willingness to take risks and his unwavering belief in the importance of innovation and strategic thinking, even in the face of adversity. Following Gallipoli, Churchill resigned from the Admiralty and briefly served on the Western Front as an army officer. This experience, though brief, gave him a first-hand understanding of the horrors of trench warfare and the sacrifices made by soldiers on the front lines. It also deepened his resolve to find a path to victory and end the bloodshed that had engulfed Europe. This period of personal and professional adversity, though difficult, only strengthened Churchill's determination and his unwavering belief in his own abilities. Section 5. A voice of dissent in a time of appeasement. In the aftermath of World War I, Churchill held a number of cabinet positions, including Chancellor of the Exchequer. However, his warnings about the rise of Nazi Germany and the dangers of appeasement went largely unheeded. During the 1930s, as Europe stood on the brink of another catastrophic war, Churchill emerged as a lone voice of dissent against the prevailing policy of appeasement. He recognized the growing threat posed by Adolf Hitler and the Nazi regime, warning of their expansionist ambitions and their utter disregard for international law and human rights. Churchill's warnings fell on deaf ears as many in Britain, weary from the horrors of World War I, clung to the hope that war could be avoided. He criticized the Munich Agreement, which ceded the Sudetenland to Germany, as a cowardly act of appeasement that only emboldened Hitler's aggression. Churchill's stance, though unpopular at the time, demonstrated his prescience and his unwavering commitment to standing up for what he believed was right, even when it meant standing alone. His courage in challenging the prevailing orthodoxy and his unwavering belief in the need to confront tyranny, even at a time when many sought to avoid conflict, marked him as a leader of extraordinary vision and fortitude. Throughout the 1930s, Churchill tirelessly worked to raise awareness about the Nazi threat, delivering impassioned speeches, writing articles, and urging the government to strengthen Britain's defences. He condemned the appeasement policies of Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain, arguing that they would only embolden Hitler and make war more likely. Churchill's unwavering stance, though initially unpopular, gradually gained traction as the true nature of the Nazi threat became increasingly apparent. His courage in challenging the status quo and his unwavering commitment to standing up for his beliefs, even in the face of widespread opposition, cemented his reputation as a man of principle and a leader of extraordinary foresight.